GMFB and GMFB Weekend collaboration, a mashup presented to you by Intuit QuickBooks. We've got Mike Garafolo and Michael Robinson alongside myself and Kyle Brandt today, known arsonist Mike Garafolo.
Oh, you saw that, huh? So don't, word of advice, don't put the, can you hear? Don't put the,
it's the other
rundown.
side.
Well, it's on both sides. It actually went through the paper.
Oh, that's fun.
Don't put the rundown on a curling iron. That's what happened.
Is that what you did?
What were you using a curling iron for? There you go. That was good.
Wow.
What's happening?
Great question.
Very good follow-up question.
Better question, who wins, Cowboys or Eagles? Lead block.
Lead block.
Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, a limited participant in practice again yesterday with the right shoulder injury. The fourth-year QB was looking for a big bag of money and gave us an update himself on his status for Sunday.
I mean, I'm getting better. Simple as that. Mobility, function, and it's all improving. That's the key. It's the goal. I'll be good to go Sunday. It's frustrating. I'm a guy that likes to be in action. I don't like to sit back. Don't like to take any reps off. But it's good mentally. It's always fun. Just challenging yourself. And right now it's just a mental challenge. So same preparation in the game plan, if not doubling down, since I don't get those physical reps. But I'll be ready to go.
Rap Sheet joining us now to talk about Dak Prescott, the shoulder, the latest injury, definitely not the first or the only one that he's dealing with ahead of this crucial NFC East matchup. What do you know?
That's right. Dak Prescott really has been banged up all year, dealing with a couple nagging things, including a finger injury, including a little bit of a hand thing that he's had over the past couple weeks, and now a right shoulder injury. Clearly, this is the most concerning, if you even want to call it that. It is a sprained AC joint in his throwing shoulder. And we saw him earlier in the game on a quarterback run go down pretty hard on that shoulder and really just did not look quite the same after that. He played, it was fine, they won, but just did not look quite the same. And then, of course, you find out that he did not throw it all on Wednesday, didn't throw it all on Thursday. He is expected to throw and test that throwing shoulder today. Now, everyone I've talked to has said Dak Prescott is going to play, including, well, I didn't talk to him, but Dak Prescott, you heard the sound right there. He said he's going to play. But the question, guys, really is going to be, how effective is he? And is he going to be able to throw the deep ball like he has so effectively for most of this season?
Appreciate you. You certainly can throw the deep ball on this Eagles secondary. We'll see how it shakes out on Sunday. Dak Prescott never has missed a game. He's never really even been limited in practice, so we'll see how this affects a huge, pivotal matchup in Week 16. Ian, don't go anywhere. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Now, check out Dak and his draft mate, Carson Wentz, and how they compare. Nearly identical as far as stats are concerned, except for average annual value. Dak, of course, still waiting for that Brinks truck to back up into.
How many championships?
Dak played a big role in that.
Okay, I got you.
Dak wants to play it out, and Dak wants to try to hit it bigger than Wentz on an average per year basis. So
Dak's salary has a K next to
I
it.
know.
He's the Dallas Cowboys star quarterback.
Insane?
I mean, yeah, in this area, it's very.
He's still on his rookie
It's
deal.
crazy.
It's wild, but it's that Oikos money, though.
I hope so. Right? Lean protein, K.
Kyle, will the winner
Yeah.
of this game be determined by the two quarterbacks that are playing and how they play?
In a sense, yeah. I feel like if we hear that Dak Prescott threw for 170 yards in this game, I almost feel like the Cowboys win by 2 scores because they have the muscle. If we hear Carson Wentz threw for 170 70 yards, see you later. See you later, Philly. You know, it always takes me back to Cabo, and I keep thinking about Zeke. And I think he won that game of chicken with his owner. I think he said he got the huge contract. I think that contract they gave Zeke is irresponsible, and I think they'll come to regret it. But it's for days like this. They pulled you out of Mexico, dude, and gave you this money to beat the Eagles and run all over the link. This is an international incident. Him, Tony Pollard, absolutely. I think Dak, give me 150 yards and a touchdown, they can still win this game. They should run all over them.
Would it drive you more going up against a draft mate that you know got a bag of money if you're Dak Prescott? Is there a little extra to this game?
I think it was anybody else, but Dak seems to be, I call him the Manchurian quarterback. He has a microchip in his brain. He doesn't talk about the money. He is the ultimate company man. If it was me, I'm not showing up for week 1 this year. I'm not going to. And what did we say at the beginning of the year? What if Dak suffers a major shoulder injury and tears his labrum and doesn't have a contract? Thank God we don't have that. But sure enough, he's got a K next to his name. Okay? It's not right. And if it was Dak, I guess he doesn't care. I hope he doesn't get hurt. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you at the sense that they do have the muscle to win this game through the run game. If Dak doesn't throw for a bunch of yards, they still can win the game. That's cool. Also, the Philadelphia Eagles, they have to throw the ball. Carson Wentz is going to have to will this team to a win with his arm. But let's not make no mistakes about it. Dak Prescott's going to have to make some plays in the passing game. he's gonna have to push the ball down the field some. And to your Ezekiel Elliott point, I don't think they're going to regret paying Ezekiel Elliott. I think they paid him for games like today. They paid him for a playoff run.
It's always it's a little close to home for you, Mike.
That's true.
You know that. I know this runs hot for you.
It does, and I don't want to get
3-4 years from now, he's making a lot of money. That's all I'm saying. But this game, come on now. Got to have it.
He is, and I kind of think that maybe Jerry Jones told him to stay in Cabo a little bit.
Yeah?
Add a little intrigue to it, put a little drama around the Dallas Cowboys so that we tune in. So that we tune in every single week. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of Ezekiel Elliott, and the quarterbacks will have a lot to do with this game.
Master of the conspiracy theory.
I got more. I got more. All right, what do you got, Mike?
Mike Ralph talked about the quarterbacks. The draft class, it was what? It was Wentz, Goff, Dak, then it was Goff, Dak, Wentz. Then where are we right now? Are they all even?
Oh, ranking them and stuff like that?
Goff's a little lower, and these two are up here. And
yes.
It depends. You talking about salary, or you talking about how they play?
No, we're talking about who we'd rather have in this whole. But I'm looking at Wentz right now, and the one thing that I've seen the last 2 weeks that I think has been huge for him is late in the game when they need him to make throws, he's starting to pass the eye test. It's a little loose. It's a little free flowing. How about a floater there for the game-winning touchdown against the Redskins? On the rollout to Miles Sanders, beautiful form as he's throwing on the run.
That's confidence, Mike.
It's confidence. It's also that free-flowing feeling that he had in 2017 that he was telling me, I got to get that back. Okay. It was just that feeling of everything was coming so naturally and so easy. And I think he was trying to force it back last year and then parts of this year. And I think it's just starting to click now, and he's starting to pass. He's an eye test quarterback for me. He always has been, and he's starting to pass the eye test. That's a dangerous thing for other teams in the NFC.
Are these players that are starting with him, the Greg Wards of the world, the only wide receiver to catch a reception, to catch a single pass last week? It was pretty much all Ertz, Goddard, and Miles Sanders. Are they behind him? Does he have that locker room? Oh,
there's no question about that. And look, I mean, we know where Alshon Jeffrey stands on this stuff. I mean, it's kind of been hinted about. That's a guy who, in that Dolphins game, they looked like they were forcing the football to him, and there were other guys open that Wentz wasn't throwing to because they wanted to feed Jeffrey. Well, when he's not there, now I'm not saying you're better off that he's not there. This is the old Odell thing.
It does look like that, though. It looks like that.
The pressure's off a little bit. Mike Rob's smiling because he knows. Mike Rob knows, and he's going to go back and he's going to tell me about Nick Foles and that being in the back of Wentz's head, and now that's gone too. And sometimes
we've worked together for a long
these
time,
distractions.
So he just knows exactly.
So is there something to that? Is there something to the fact of Aguilar and Alshon Jeffrey, the guys who maybe were disgruntled or don't, they like Foles, they're part of that Super Bowl run, them not being on the field, sort of playing into the success Wentz is having now?
Yeah, I think so. And I think Wentz is going out there with a bunch of guys that believe in him, a bunch of guys that are saying, no, we can win football games. And when you give football players an opportunity, a lot of times they respond to the adversity. So come on, Carson. It's your time, man. Let's get it.
Got a triple header. What are you most looking forward to in these 3 games tomorrow on NFL Network?
I'm looking at the Texans. Early on, I want an answer from this Texans team. Who are they? Sometimes, you got the safe team in the Bills, but I like the up and down team sometimes because if they can stay up, they can be the dangerous team.
Stephon Gilmore revenge game at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Rams at Niners. Shanahan welcomes McVay to town. That's going to be an epic game to wrap up a triple header that kicks off at 9 a.m. Eastern with GMFB Weekend. Watch football all day. You're welcome. Let's move on.